In the last episode, we were starting to get a bit of trouble with pretty much all of our biomes, except that one had here for some reason and never touched. So, let's see if we can turn this around and let's play Tyto Ecology. I should probably have started the recording in here, or already in that biome, to save some time, but I don't think it makes much of a difference here, so screw it. Okay, so this game still gets views, which is all I can say about it. And I'm still liking recording it, although I suppose the Let's Play will not last too much longer. Like, this won't have like a million episodes, most likely, as far as I can tell. Because I think we're nearing the edge of what it can do. So I need a new Friday Let's Play very soon-ish. And I'm not sure what to pick there next. I had a few ideas, and I'll have to look into that. But yeah, just a heads up, this Let's Play might end soon-ish. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I usually don't bother checking the income breakdown here, because it's kinda not really telling me that much. Okay, so we have yellow-footed tortoises starving. That's not good. And I have also forgotten to verify my data, so would you finally... Yeah, I should have verified my game data at some point during the week. I completely forgot about that. So now we are again drowning in achievements, and we should almost be there. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so we need to get these turtles something to eat. Let's see, this is still taking a while to fruiting. This is done. We can give them a strangler fig. I think that's a good idea for now. As I said, I usually try to get something that is currently fruiting, just so it gets eaten as quick as possible. And we don't get much fruit out of it, but it's better than nothing. We'll also want to throw in some more ferns, because why the hell not? Okay, also I think we are down to 12 weeks away from this biome, so this should have been from last week's episode. Which means all of this is relevant now. So the tapir are being eaten. The yellow tortoises have... well, they've had a pretty hard time. Luckily, we still have a population over here, which is also about dead. Although they should not really have trouble. And they should also not be unable to reproduce, because those are literally right over here. So... oh, so only one of them can reproduce, the other one is basically just a sidekick. So this one will reproduce, and I guess this one might get the next turn, I don't know. I'm also not sure if we should place some more of those, or if we should just leave them be. And more agouti, although no, we should be fine with agouti. We still have a population over here. And yeah, the only thing that's I'm worried about right now is the tapir population, which is right over here. They have eaten quite a few fruits. No juveniles, and they have been eaten by... One of those should not be a tapir. You are tapir, you are, and you are... Oh, you're a dead one, okay. Also, one of my questions has been answered here. Apparently the hunger translates to... the body. So if you see a body with 0% hunger, it's probably... starved to death. Or the animal that it belonged to starved to death, most likely. Okay, let's see how our cougars are doing fine. And they are eating everything, including the capybara here. Although those might as well have been eaten by the ocelot. I'm not sure why those haven't had babies yet. They should have. So Maybe those children have been eaten by the cougars, who knows? I really can't tell, because that's nothing that the game tells you. It would kind of be nice to see a bit of an event breakdown, like in Dwarf Fortress. You can see the logs of all the battles and stuff that happened. That would be lovely. It would be lovely. It would probably be quite a mess, but it would be nice to see in a bit more detail what has happened. For example, I would love to see when a certain plant has been extinct, for example. And that's actually one of the few notifications I would like to have added to the game. Something that tells you, yeah, the last, I don't know, pineapple in your biome has just died, or has just been eaten, or just something. It has, yep, the pineapple has been extinct in your biome, or something like that. Okay. Speaking of, yeah, they're holding themselves quite okay there. The pineapples. I'm not sure if we have zoomed in on those just yet. I think they're somewhere in this area. Pineapple is weird. You have to be really close to see them. Also, yeah, no new agoutis. We're not going to place any more of those. Seriously, they're doing fine. Okay, those are not. I'm not sure what's eating them. I suppose it's the frogs. Yeah, it should be the frogs. There's nothing we can do about that. Frogs have their own mind. And luckily they have been eaten quite a bit. But yeah, I would like more ocelot here. I've kind of been planning with more of those, so I'm a bit annoyed that they haven't reproduced. I'm also a bit annoyed that this group still hasn't been controlled. I think we had 3 papayas here. Now we have 1. So this has been reduced quite substantially. Also, I just saw the papaya has a is currently in full fruit, so we're going to put another one of those over here. I'll put it right here on this little coastline. That should get the tortoises sorted. That should be fine. We might even get a new papaya population, and I'm going to plant some pineapples, just because I'm too lazy to look up where they are. Okay, 1 week until fruiting. This might still get pollinated just in time. I mean, they have the pollinators here. They're clearly in range. The plant just never starts pollinated if you actually drop it in there. Okay, so I think I'm going to place some more pineapples. And if I place them 1 week later, they should actually be in full fruit. Okay, now I shouldn't have put them there, because that is probably the hardest pineapple to find in all the agouti. Gonna put another one in here where the tapirs live. And I'm half tempted to add more tapirs to the mix. In fact, I might add them over here, where the cougars can't get them. At least not right now. Then again, there's nothing to eat for them here either. Where is the edge of the cougar territory? It's all the way over here. Okay, so this is kind of bad. Do we have any pollinators here? How long do you reach? Okay, there are some pollinators in here, in between the kapok trees. Okay, I think it's a safe thing to add more tapir. Tapir, here. There we go, we'll put them in here. And we'll give them something to eat. Some lovely pineapples, one of those palm trees, and a papaya. That'll sort them out. We'll sort them out, hopefully. I could also add a strangler fig, but yeah, actually, why not? It's the fruit salad place over here with all the lovely fruit. I think that's it for this biome. There's not much more we can do here without messing too much up. And in fact, I'm a bit at a loss at this point, because there's just very little you can actually do to mess with your biome, which is kind of the charm of the game, but it's also kind of weird, because it doesn't leave you much. While the game leaves you, I'm going to say it leaves you a lot of freedom, and it gives you very little freedom. which is a really difficult balance to strike. Also, I should have probably set this to 3 months. I keep forgetting that, or the game keeps unsetting it, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. So once again we're stuck in the loading, or we're not stuck in it, but we are in a loading screen. And I have no comments to reply to. The only thing I had earlier today was somebody actually asking which version the Battle for Western Let's Play was recorded on. And I believe it was 110 or 112. I didn't check. Well, I think I checked, but I really have no idea what it was back then. I might have updated it after I recorded the Let's Play. I haven't touched Battle for Western in a while though, because I think when I recorded I kinda saturated myself with the game, so it's weird, but after I record the Let's Play I don't play the game for a long time, because I play it regularly for an extended amount of time, and then I just don't have the desire to touch it for a while. I have actually downloaded the Amaranthine Stone campaign, which was recommended to me and which I will eventually let's play. But aside of that, I really haven't played Battle for Western. I think I did the I did a scenario at some point off camera, but that was about it. Well, we seem to be a bit in trouble. Oh no, now that's going on. I thought we had frozen there. I think the sound is lagging out, so I'm not sure if my computer is doing something in the background here. That's a bad time for a virus check. And before we do anything in this biome, I want to set this to 3 months. Please apply that. Thank you. Okay, 13 notifications. That is never a good thing to have. We are low on fish. We have killed off a group of ants. Okay, that's nice. There's a lot of insects that have died here in Zone 2. Frogs have died in Zone 3. And Zone 1 and Zone 2 have been mostly de-insectified, which will probably be this section here. Yeah, it seems like we are missing a lot of pollinators here. Those deer are doing too well, as are these deer mice. So everything that starts with deer is trouble here. That rhyme was not... Okay, everything... rabbits also doing way too well. Look at that, 1 week until population, 2 weeks, and those groups are full, almost. They are brimming with animals. So on the bright side, we are cutting down on the juveniles, which is great. Okay, so Zone 2, which is this. Yeah, this needs to be replenished before things go down. So, also, yeah, frogs have died in Zone 3. That is nothing I haven't been expecting. I'm not sure why those would be hungry. I guess they kept failing to hunt, but they should be able to eat those deer mice. We're going to place some frogs in here again, just for the sake of having them. Yeah, those should not be starving. A group of deer mice has low population. Which one? This one. I honestly don't care about that. The deer mice... We have way more than enough deer mice. Okay, so... Now we need to get this zone back up to scratch. Because the longer you leave it without insects, the less pollination is going on and the less other necessary stuff is happening. Like detritus consumption. That's also something you don't want to forget about. It's quite important. Okay, so we have pollination again. So now let's earthworm it up again. Some here and some ants go in here. some more ants over here. And I'm really liking this section here. It's really, really green and lush and wonderful. And where did we just lose some moths? The moths have died in Zone 1. That would have been here. Luckily, now that we have all 5 zones, this place is really hard to actually mess up energy-wise. We're also drowning in coins, so if we actually run out of energy, there is nothing to worry about at all. We can just buy more of it. And I haven't touched this section here in the hopes that we would see some more plant life spreading here, but it seems the plants are taking their sweet time. Nothing we can do about there. And I think those trees should grow quicker. I think a tree after 1 year or more than 1 year has more than this very little leaf or foliage here. So it would be nice to see a more linear growth, because I get the feeling that those trees are growing from 15 to 150 in one jump, and I don't particularly like that. So yeah, I would like to see the trees grow a bit more like grass patches, so they would gain every year, and then they would reach a cap, and that would be it. And then they would be mature and could start splitting and creating more trees. Anyway, it's kind of hard to imagine for me how the food points work here, because you have 150 leaf points on that, so this, and you have 100 bee points in oh wow, those are getting eaten a lot. And the average hunger of those rattlesnakes has decreased. Oh wow, we have 28. So as long as they take to reproduce, they do quite well at it. I think we actually need to control the rattlesnake population now, which we will do with the king snake. It is something that's capable of eating poisonous animals, and the danger here is that those will also eat my deer mice. Not that there are many of those left, but they might still eat them. And now I might in fact also need more deer mice. I'll put them a bit more away, like over here, which should put them somewhat safe, so this group might actually spread, and hopefully they'll spread this way. I can't tell, because again, that's not a measure of control the game lets you have. Can't tell the group to spread like this direction. Okay, they won't spread in this direction. Also need to replenish the fish here. That's a good way to spend your energy. And with that being said and spent, we don't have anything to do in here anymore. We could do more, I guess, but there's nothing I really want to do in here for now, so we'll move on and see what the other 2 biomes have in store for us. I think the desert always has been a bit more difficult because there's just less food available in general. Like, this is growing really dense. You can see it here. It's growing really dense, and there's a lot of leaves and of plants that the animals can eat. In the desert, that's not quite the case. Stuff grows a lot slower there, it seems, and that's actually accurate. But yeah, it is just more difficult to find. And if you actually deforest an area in the desert, it stays deforested for a good time. And I think that makes the grassland a bit easier to play than the desert biome. On the other hand, I think the desert here is very, very lush compared to what I imagine desert to be. Although I would also probably like to see one of those African deserts, like the Sahara Desert biome would be pretty interesting. It would probably also be pretty boring and barren, but I think it would be fun to play. We could all do the Lion King in here. It would be great. Build a little elephant graveyard in one end and a bit of the Pride Rock, I think it was called, or the King's Rock. You know that rock where the lions lived? You could put that somewhere, and you could even have a bit of jungle somewhere. It would be fun. I would totally do that. So if the devs are watching, we should have a Sahara biome just so I can replay the Lion King. Well, yeah, I did actually play the Lion King game, the Game Boy game in my childhood. I finished it. It was fun, although not. It didn't have too much to do with the actual. Oh wow, okay. With the actual movie, I think. I mean, it was licensed by Disney, but it just didn't have that. Let's just say that the plot was hard to follow there. That's all I can say here, and that's what I meant earlier. We have successfully completely deforested this place. Okay, anything that is fruiting right now, because we need fruits. You're not fruiting. You're not fruiting. Okay, you're almost pollinated, or pollinating, so you're blooming. Okay. That's also something I would like to see, like a little indicator on as to which point of the vegetation period this plant has reached right now. Is that dead? No, it's not. Okay, this is not in need of anything. Are you fruiting? You're not. How about the barrel cacti? Do I still have barrel cacti? I do. In fact, I should have them over here. Somewhere. You're not a barrel cactus, you're a butterfly. You are barrel cacti. And I can't remember putting you there, so yeah, you have sprouted in there. You're adult barrel cacti, and you are currently not in fruit. We're inside a Joshua tree. It's also not fruiting. Nothing is fruiting right now. And that's something I would definitely want to put here. I know they are starving. Can't help it right now. That's kind of bad. Desert Willow is also letting me down, so we'll have to put quite a few plants in here. We have some joint fur for now. Yeah, the juveniles have probably been starving away here. The rattlesnakes have failed me in this location, as have the, what are those, cougars as well? Yeah, and they have also failed me quite miserably. I was hoping they could, or they would have controlled this down to a certain degree, but they haven't. Lazy buggers. Okay, zone 3. Yeah, I think we had mushrooms here, which have, of course, been eaten away. The moths have died because of something. I think it's the fault of those deer mice, which will also happily eat insects. Here's zone 2, zone 3. That's nothing too unusual. They just start eating insects here. Okay, we need plants. And we need them now. So I'm going to put some Galeta grass over here. Agave would be probably pointless, but we have the energy anyway. Let's put some big sagebrush in here. Not sure if we have actually put some of that anywhere. Some ocotillo, maybe for the rabbits. This won't be eaten by the deer mice because I don't think they can handle tough life forms. We should check that, but yeah, I'm quite sure they can't handle that, so this, yeah, they can't. Which means those would not be eaten by the deer mice. I'm gonna put some cacti in here, in the hopes that some of them will bear fruit soon. And, not sure what else we can do here. That is, I think, all we really can do for this place right now. Now we'll have to ant it up again. And put some millipedes in, and maybe more millipedes. I'm trying to get those animals through, so we definitely need a bit of wildlife here. Okay, well, I also want to put in some more mushrooms right in here, I think. And we need pollinators as well. Otherwise the entire thing would be completely pointless and nothing would bear fruits. Okay, although those bees should actually reach that here. We're still in bee territory. Okay, anything else I needed to take care of? Let's just check zone 2 quickly as well. Zone 2 seems reasonably fine. And those rabbits here seem to also have stabilized quite nicely. Because of the coral snakes, I think. Which should have eaten away everything that is too small to reproduce yet. So those control quite nicely. Ugh, go away. So, okay. We also have the cougars, which have apparently taken a liking to the rabbits. Are you there or just waiting? Oh, you're just waiting. This one should be out to hunt soon. I love how those rabbits don't care. They should be legging it, as good rabbits would, but no, they don't care. They probably know they won't be eaten for a while. Well, their chances of being eaten are very small. I mean, there's so much other stuff around them that can just as well be eaten that I suppose the single rabbit has very, very low chance of being picked. Then again, that's probably the worst protection you can come up with, because it seems to always fail at some point. Okay, final biome for today, the Himalayan. It's still a word I struggle with, so I'm always happy when I finish to, or when I get to say it as close to right as I can manage. I'm also a bit behind on uploading. I actually wanted to upload 7 Kingdoms 2 today, which will probably go up on Thursday. So that is yesterday from the point where you see this video. I actually have it recorded, but I just didn't bother uploading it for some reason. I actually wanted to upload it tonight, but I forgot about it. So yeah, it's not up yet, and I'm sorry, but it will be up later. I might even do or release 2 episodes again. Didn't I used to do that anyway? I totally forgot. Oh no, I did 2 episodes for the heroes because that is so much of game to come that I figured that we should do 2 episodes, and I should record that again. The downside is I really need time for that, and now I have to rework my research essays, so that kind of comes first. And today I actually spent a fair bit of time just reaching out to people to interview, because that's what my supervisor demands from me. In what I sometimes deem a quest to waste massive quantities of my time, but since he's my supervisor and I'm not, there's not much of a choice I have, right? Okay, so this bamboo is getting, well, it's getting cropped, I suppose you could say. Which is good, because we don't want everything to be bamboo-y. Is that even a word? Aside of that, we have good news here. Everything has split. That has happened last time, I suppose. So, yeah. A lot of splitting, a lot of very prolific animals. And I think it's a safe bet to start putting in carnivores here, or more carnivores, because apparently the ones we have are not cutting those down enough by far. So let's find out how big the chevrotain is, and then we can okay, it's small, which means a medium-sized do we have any medium-sized carnivores? We do not. That kind of sucks. Okay, the honeysuckle is it's also one of those completely immortal plants. So those have to eventually be limited by the fact that they die of old age and probably can't. What of the new plants? We don't see any new ones of those. So I suppose the young plants are actually edible. I think that's kind of a flaw of the game. because it might be very hard to establish a new plants because they are eaten very quick. Oh, look at that. Those tiny plants have more leaves than this wood apple, which is something I find hard to believe. Anyway, that's not what I'm here, or what I'm here for. So look at those red pandas. They're actually supposed to eat bamboo, but they don't care. They're just everywhere. Okay, also the red fox is not doing very well as a carnivore. For some reason, one of the parent animals seems to have died or has been eaten. I'm not sure what would eat it, though. Yeah, we don't have any big carnivores, so nothing would have eaten that red fox. I suppose it just died of old age or something. Which is a bit of a shame. I mean, it shouldn't have starved, really. There is so much food around it, it should not have starved. I don't know if they can die during childbirth or something, or during the birth, so not sure if that happened. It might have been eaten by the dholes, though. That's a possibility, yes. It might have been eaten by a dhole. And since the fox is kind of the only medium-sized omnivore I have... Do I have snow leopards here? Did I put them somewhere? I have no idea. I really have no idea. Have you had children yet? No, not yet. Okay. So, this is pretty difficult. I want to put in some more carnivores here just to keep, or just to crack down on those red pandas for a bit, because they are doing way too well for my taste. Also those chevrotains, because they also split like crazy. The marmots not so much, and I would like to leave those untouched, but I don't think that is possible. Again, there is very little control you can exert over your biome. I'll try with another group of foxes. Maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. We'll put them somewhere here, so the marmots should be safe. Well, those guys won't be, so that's the trade-off, but those are doing way better, so that's fine. And if that doesn't work, we can also place a few other nastier things in there. You have access to food over here. Well, you don't really have, because there's nothing growing right now. You could still eat that stuff here. What is that? It's maidenhair fern. And it's really, really eaten down, so we might just want to put something in there. The Himalayan balsam is doing fine. We'll put some of that here. We'll put some of that right in here. So this should get the this should get our herbivores sorted for now. I also would like some more fairy grass. I'm going to put that there. Also the question is, do we still have any of that? Fairy grass, Himalayan fairy grass. There we go. Yeah, there's a bit of it here. Some of it is fairly eaten. Like over here. Let's turn around here. Yeah, this is the place where all the... it's actually a very, very well-looking place. It looks very foresty. So we have a lot of trees. This literally is a small pomegranate forest, which is probably exacerbated by the fact that this also can't be eaten. Those pomegranates are there to stay once they reach maturity. And I'm not sure if I like that too much, because I fear that this little grove here might actually overrun my entire biodome somewhere down the line. I'm hoping it won't, but I really can't tell whether they will or won't do that. I'm also afraid that this might keep many other plants from spreading in this direction, because I think this will fill up every single spot there is in here. And yeah, I just think that is really not necessarily good. Ooh, the banji oak is almost fruiting, so that's going to be lovely. Any other thing that's... The wood apple is actually fruiting right now. Didn't we see one here that was not fruiting? Like you. Oh no, you are fruiting now. Great. Only 6 weeks. That's not too great. I'm not sure how long they have been fruiting already. Look at that. The rhinos are eating nothing because they are full. At least I would hope they don't eat this little tree here. But this is how trees should work, and I don't like the trees that have no edible leaves, because I think those should have edible leaves. Anyway, I'm not really asked here, so still, if they have see this and still bother fixing that, it would be lovely. Okay, so anything else I wanted to do here? This little place is doing fine. We still have a badly ravaged Himalayan birch. I don't know why, those seem to be very, very tasty. Every time I check this place, I see those birches being completely destroyed. And they seem to be the first thing that goes. Is that? Yeah, that's a birch. I thought we had none of them here, but yeah. I think we placed equal amounts of each tree here, and you see which ones have been eaten and which ones haven't. Yeah, that's right, the deodositas haven't been eaten because they can't be eaten. They only can spread and eventually be eaten as young trees, although I'm not sure if those are touched, because I think elephants need way more than 15 leaf points to be saturated. And I would hope that this... Oh no, that's the oak. I thought this was the apple. So yeah, you'll see that this elephant should actually... Oh no, it's not hungry enough yet. I was hoping it would go and eat something. How about this one? Also full. They're all way too full, so they won't eat, so we won't see any of them eating right now. How about those? Yeah, they're also fairly saturated. We will not see any of the big herbivores eat, I'm afraid. So, sorry if you were looking for that today. What else did I want to do? Yeah, I think we need some... Do we still need some more carnivores? I think we do. Put in some foxes in here. The pangolins are doing okay, but we still need to... Oh, they have a carnivore here, so we'll not touch that. And it seems they don't really care about the pikas. I mean, those are... I think we need some more medium-sized carnivores for here too. So again, if the developers are watching, that would be an ecological niche I would like to see filled. Because right now there is nothing we can do about those small creatures, and they kind of grow out of hand. I would like to have at least this ability to release just the kind of predator I need for this kind of prey. Also, at least this explains why those foxes might have been eaten. So I guess the fox was eaten by a snow leopard. That can happen. Sucks when it does, but it can happen. I would have preferred the leopard to eat like 2 to 3 pikas, but it didn't. Also, why would that be hungry? It could eat those lovely ferns. Oh well. Next time we'll see how those biomes went, and I'm not sure what we'll do. I suppose we'll try to unleash some more animals. I would have liked those to actually reproduce and have offspring before I unleash the really big apex predators, although I think the snow leopard is already fairly apex predator as far as it gets. We could put in some bears. Bears are cool. I like bears. So we'll put in bears right over here, where they can eat all the plants. They can have fish. They can have muntjac. Actually, they shouldn't have muntjac. I would prefer them to be over here, where they can have those. What are those? Chevrotains. I'm not sure if they will. Actually, no, we'll put them here. I'm not sure if they are preferring to be or to live as carnivores, or if they would just be happy with all the various plants and fruits we have in the vicinity. However, we now have bears. I love bears. I don't know why. But bears are cool. Let's zoom in. Other than that, you're a bear. Yeah, camera jumping. It's kind of hard to control when it's so far down. That's a bear. And some monthly income. You can check the details again, but this is really telling me nothing. So, yeah. That's why I really don't bother looking at it. I also have a bit of health loss in the biome here, as you can see up here. This only rarely gets a problem for me, because if you keep the detritus down, there is little that can completely kill your biome, except well, if you went with 1 year skips every time, then things might go very, very, very wrong, but we're playing on very easy settings right now. We're letting 3 months pass only. I might crank this up if things get too easy, but I'm still hesitant to do it because I would like to keep those biomes for just a little bit longer. So yeah, next time we'll probably see how that goes, and I'm going to break off the video here. I hope this recorded properly, and I'll see you next time. Bye!